Hi there, my name is Stella Cron, and today I'm going to be your hero, and I'm going to tell you about my relationship with my sister, Boyla. We may be related, but we're really different people. And the thing is, Boyla thought I was mediocre my whole childhood, but she's changed her mind a lot since she's grown up. Tell me this, do you know the feeling of envy? Is it so pungent and lingering? Do you know how to be sincerely jealous of people? Do you know why? Why does it happen? I'll tell you, but only later. First, let's see how this feeling can go from pity to contempt. Boyla, unlike me, was born madly beautiful. She has big eyes, smooth blonde hair, and she looked like our mother. I was a redhead with a lot of freckles on my face and thin lips and curly hair. Of course, Boyla got more attention than I did, and I made her look like a goddess. But strangely enough, I wasn't jealous of her. Yes, I hated my reflection in the mirror, but I admired the way she looked. I just watched her spend hours spinning in front of the mirror, taking selfies, trying on outfits. And the outfits, by the way, she always took my clothes. She used to say that my parents bought me things better than she had, even though we both went shopping together with my folks, and each of us chose what we liked. I look amazing today. When are you going to stop taking my stuff, or at least start asking permission? Why should I? You have better stuff than I do. I don't even know how you managed to convince our parents to buy you this stuff. My stuff is cheaper than yours. You just need to know beforehand what you want, how to buy it, and what's trending right now. Oh, so you're saying I have terrible taste? I didn't say that. Mama, Stella's being mean again. Well, you do have your own clothes, Mom yelled from the other room. She ripped my clothes. What? What? Mom ran into our room with huge eyes. How did she rip it? I didn't do anything. Here, she tore it. And she showed us a new tear. What? I didn't do that, Mother. Boyla, what the hell? We just bought these clothes. Okay, Stella, you're grounded. Now give the stuff to your sister and get into the kitchen. You're doing the dishes. That's not fair. Boyla smiled, and she took my things and walked. I knew she was jealous of me, that my taste was better than hers. She understood that, so she freaked out. But why didn't I feel that way then? Despite my unfair punishment, I wasn't angry anymore. I just did the chores and then I went for a walk by myself. I loved walking by myself with a pencil and a notebook. Most of all, I loved to sit in the park and look at the people, or rather, their outfits. In my head, there was only, I would take that lady's pants, that lady's blouse, that lady's purse and shoes, and it would turn out so beautiful. And then I'd quickly sketch everything in my notebook. 4 years later, my habits and Boyla's hadn't changed. While I was drawing pictures of clothes, my sister was wearing my clothes. She also blew my parents' mind that my clothes were prettier. Boyla enjoyed her looks, but unfortunately, that was all she had. Meanwhile, my sketches became better. They were taking shape and color. I began to study sewing cuts, varieties of fabric, what textiles are, and fashion. After a year, I saved up money my parents gave me for going out with friends, which I didn't, and bought myself a cheap sewing machine. At first, I sewed things for a doll, then I bought a mannequin. Gradually, my work got better and better. Sewing for Barbies again? Are you lonely enough to take up that? I feel so sorry for you. I'm going out with my boyfriend, Chow. But I didn't even answer anything. I sat in my room in my spare time and sewed and sewed. I also went to the park or to the malls and drew. Not in my notebook, but on big sketchbooks now, and I used to take them everywhere. A little later, I was already making clothes for myself. The first thing I made was a jacket. It turned out pretty good. I worked in it for about 2 weeks, then steamed it and wanted to wear it to school. But Boyla beat me to it. Wow, where did you buy this? I made it. Oh, you're shitting me. I'm wearing it. No, I made it for myself. Oh, that's a shame. No, this is my first job. I grabbed the jacket, but my sister clung to it and we pulled on it. And in the end, the seams couldn't hold and the jacket came apart. Boyla didn't even apologize. She just said, "Ew, cheap," and walked out. I was shaking with anger and sadness. After that day, I cleaned out my dad's garage, made a studio for myself there, and worked there around the clock. One day while I was sketching there, a strange dog came up to me and peed on me. Her owner ran up and apologized so madly, started wiping my pants and apologizing. I leaned over to get a napkin, and my work fell out of the folder. It turned out that she was a fashion designer, and she liked my work. Then I showed her my photos, and she invited me to be her apprentice. She had a lot of experience with famous brands, I was blown away by this news. She said that her apprentice had been in the field for a long time and she was one of the best. It was under her leadership that she was recruiting a group, so I decided to take part. I was told to prepare 5 bows in 2 months. I worked carefully on them. An evening gown, ballroom, office, home, and casual. All the pieces had to be in different styles, so I studied not only people, but whole cultures and national colors. It was tough. Boila noticed that I was getting more mannequins. She was getting in my way, trying to steal and try things on, but I wouldn't let her. You're so selfish! That's it. My patience broke down. I threw my threads, got up from the chair, and walked toward her, saying in an angry voice, I'm the selfish one? You're the one who's been stealing my stuff your whole life, leaving me nothing. Aren't you the one who's been bouncing around at parties while I was working? Didn't you say you were the pretty one in the family, and I was just a redhead? Aren't you in my way right now, even though I have a show tomorrow? All right, calm down. I'll go. Yeah, I heard about the show. They say you're gonna be so cool at school. Cooler than me, aren't you? Get out of here! Okay. I finished work at 3 a.m. I was so tired from the last couple of months, but it was done. It was my entrance exam. I set my alarm and went to bed. And in the morning when I woke up, I didn't realize how much time had passed. I looked at my phone and saw that I was 3 hours late. What? Why? The alarm! Mom! What? Why was I sleeping? I don't know. Where is Boila? It was her. She's not here. She left this morning. What? I went down to the garage in my pajamas and saw that my ruler was gone. She had taken all my clothes. I was shaking. She wasn't picking up her phone, so I went to school myself. But my sister was already standing there presenting my collection. What the hell? This is my work. Hello, Stella. How are you doing? Wait a minute. Boila is finishing her presentation. I dare say the works are very good. I like them. You did a good job. How did you find out about our school? I read about it online. Very good. Have a seat. That's not fair. She stole my... Come here, Stella. What have you done? That's my work, and it's mine. She stole it because she's jealous. Well, she presented it well. You'd think she knows all about it. As I do. Liar. I sewed those all night in my dad's garage. That's my studio, and I sewed there, not you. Well, how can we prove it's your work, Boila? I know all about them, what bow for what thread was used. Okay, now you, Stella. I exhaled and then began. I bought the fabric at the nearest store from home for about $2 a meter. Here is a cut that was hard for me. I had to change it 5 times. Here, I had to replace the button with a steel color to add a chip, like Polo brand. And here, in the evening outfit, I accented the belt and skirt, like Dior. I could talk about each bow all day because I have needle marks on my fingers. And also here, I showed the inside pocket where I stuck my logo on each garment. Life with my sister has taught me to patent everything, because there's always the risk of theft or plagiarism. Boila became ashamed. She ran away in tears, accusing me of not sharing my brains with her while she was growing up. The truth went out. I took my place in school and was the best in the year. And what about Boila? Well, she's still jealous of me. Shall I tell you why? Because she doesn't know how to accept herself and the people around her for who they are.